TechCon and Texpo here in New England, Boston. I'm here with Ankit Vaida, and he's a current student at Northeastern University studying computer science. He's also a Texpo attendee who's a bit of a geek when it comes to technology, and he has a lot of really interesting thoughts on AI and where the industry's headed in terms of cybersecurity, and also about marketing and technology and their intersections. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for having you on. Why don't we just hear a little bit about your background and why you're so passionate about AI and where the tech industries are moving currently?
Um, hey, hi. So I am currently I'm studying in Northeastern University. I'm pursuing my master's in computer science in Northeastern. So I am really fond of doing research and attending hackathons and all these things. So I was actually talking with you regarding how AI is gonna bring up more jobs, because people these days are just worrying about how it is gonna take away jobs. I just got to know about the chip part and all the new inventions that are happening. What
Hmm.
happens is, when these things come up, there are a lot of things that you can't actually prevent bad people from, you can't eliminate bad people, you can only reduce them.
Hmm.
And some bad people can still be a burden on all the good people that are there. And at these
That's true.
scenarios, how we were talking, yeah, regarding like how these people can cause issues mainly through the technical aspects, if I say how cybersecurity and how people can hack into systems, or manipulate even companies with AI. Like if a company has fed some of their details into the AI that they are using, and if this AI gets hacked, a lot of their financial losses can happen. And
Hmm.
that's where most of the cybersecurity fraud comes in. And then people would, you will need more and more people to work on these things to find a way to prevent how these things are happening, how all these hackings are, how to prevent, how to reduce this. May not prevent it, I'll not use the word prevent, but then reduce it. So you'll always need smart people over there. And then, as you were saying, like a lot of people these days are completely reliant on AI, and some people don't even want AI. The people in the middle who are using AI for their advantage are very less. And then, when for these people, definitely the jobs are not going to go down, it's going to like exponentially increase.
Hmm. Yes, and I've thought that myself too. Seeing the way AI has been shaping the cybersecurity realm. I mean, if you think about it, if you're using AI tools and they get breached, it's your company and all the companies that use your company, or the people that use your products and services, get affected, and it could have a cataclysmic reaction. So it's more important than ever that you have really good IT people on your side, um, and that know how your software works and how to secure it. In fact, given that, I'm actually curious as to your thoughts on current models like ChatGPT and Grok. How secure are they, or are they not? And what are your thoughts on what people maybe that use those or rely on them heavily, what they should do to supplement? That way, they're not in a position where if there ever was a major outage of a service, it would affect them majorly financially.
Yeah. If you talk about like the current tools, right? I would say like a lot of people are then like it's pretty common these days that people are feeding anything and everything to these GPTs. We should be aware that everything is getting stored some other way,
Hmm.
right? You don't have to feed everything into it, but you can just ask like indirectly, whatever you want. You can ask it without providing your details to do a particular task, or help you do a particular task. Because I think the GPTs are not so developed that as a coder, right, if you ask it to code something which is a little complex, it often gives you a lot of errors, and then it goes on in that same loop.
Hmm.
But then if you ask it for the,
Compounding hallucinations. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
so but then if you ask it for the approach,
yeah.
then it might reduce a lot of your time in thinking that approach. But you can just directly you take the help of AI and then get the task done in a shorter amount of time. And then when it comes to even how you can use it for your businesses, right? So a lot of things can get automated in these days, right? A lot of things, like people are automating all the simple tasks. But
Mhm.
people should also understand that once these things get automated, there needs to be like, companies don't stop, they keep on developing, right? For them to develop, they'll need this AI and someone who knows how to use these AIs.
Mhm.
How you can make business with AI, how you can get marketing ideas with AI, how you can turn that into businesses. Because, not as we are saying, not the best product never wins.
Mhm.
It's always the
Mhm.
product that gets marketed properly that wins.
Yes, yeah, that's a whole big discussion we just had prior, because there's a lot of products out there that are, they have a big name or a big face, or they did something unique for marketing, but they may not even be the best product. In fact, I remember like the Beats by Dre headphones when they came out, they're like a major hit. But I talked with some audiophiles that actually like took one apart and did all these tests on it, and they said it was like really cheap headset. It was like not like super advanced, but it was marketed as like, oh, this big professional thing because this guy uses it that's famous. But so that's a big thing in marketing as well, is like understanding if you have a really great product. I mean, imagine if you had the best headphones in the world and the best marketing in the world. Now you're really just going to exponentially grow because now you got your in-house marketing and your out-house marketing working together. But some people just, they're able to make a lot of money on something that isn't always the best product. But I think the downside to doing that is you may make a lot of money at first, but eventually consumers will catch on. You know, I remember even when like some makeup products came out, I won't name the certain celebrities, but certain celebrities had like a big name makeup thing, and the makeup had all kinds of problems with the rollout. It was like it would arrive busted, or the colors weren't right, or like, you know, it would like melt in the sun or something. So there are a lot of issues with that, and it took them some time to really realize that like this is not the best the best way to do this. There's other ways that are better. So on that note, I'd like, you had some really interesting ideas about like marketing and the future of marketing and what that looks like. I'd like you to describe a little bit about some of those thoughts that you were sharing with me. I thought it was really good. You're very entrepreneurial for someone who actually really likes tech.
Yeah, so I was actually like, talking about how most of these people, like most of these products these days, right, they have certain loopholes where we can develop, there are certain places, be it, betting platforms or be it in financial platforms, where, there are always places where, there are loopholes where someone can come in and develop a product for that particular sector, right? Even though we think there are big players over there who are, very big, gigantic, but still there are spaces for people, some new upcoming entrepreneurs, who can, build something that, can do something that these companies are not doing, and then end up, making it big the way they want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, the sky is the limit for you to do any kind of invention. No matter AI is here, no matter, anything new is coming up, sky is the limit. You can build anything anywhere. And, as I was saying before, right, like regarding all the how people, are these days using AI for marketing and all those things, it's clearly fantastic, because, you're some smart people are not just using AI for the sake of using it, but then for the sake of making more money through it. Like, as a tech geek, people, there are a lot of techies out there who think that
Mm-hmm.
building a company 100% tech is making sense. But then at the end of the day, it's just the 20% tech, and the 90% or 80% of it is marketing that makes your product great. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd love to keep this conversation going, but I'm actually needed back